Hey Masters Coaches, this is Elisa and I wanted to give you as quick as I can, tutorial on the time card and payroll process for this upcoming year starting October 1st. It's very similar and yet there's a little bit of difference, so let's just quickly review. This is going to be the coaching time card specifically for the Masters, so you want to make sure you're on that. How will you know? Your name will be there. Nicole gets to do one for the juniors and one for the Masters, but everybody else I think pretty much is going to come to this one. Payroll period. This explains when the hours need to be in. This will also be on a reminder. I set my calendar so that 2 days prior to when hours are due to Dan, a reminder comes to me and I forward it to you. It has links to this form, links to the spreadsheet, so please hold on to those. It is quite possible that if I'm on vacation or something and I don't have internet access, I won't forward that to you. But I was pretty good last year. I think I got it just about 100% of the time. But this may be something that you want to put on your calendar with the links so that it comes directly to you. These are the payroll periods. You can see that it starts September 26th, October 8th. We're starting our new fiscal year on October 1st, and so that's why the change in forms is coming about. It won't mean a lot to you, but it will mean a lot to our tracking of the budget. So let's just do a pretend one. Hi, Kevin. We're going to say we're Kevin, and it's this payroll period of time, but we need to put in the exact date, which we're going to say is October 1st, because why not? Hours submitted, oh, let's say 2.5. That's what we typically do for a coached practice. If it's more than 8 hours, you're down here, and you need to give some explanation for the 8 hours. It just means that we're tracking where hours are going and what budget it's coming out of. Down here, you'll need to choose the category, whether it's a coach practice, learn to row, regatta. Again, sounding redundant, the reason is these come out of different budgets. And last year we had some difficulty with the Learn to Row, with the funds coming in, going into one budget, and the salaries coming out, going out of a different budget. So that was good times for sure. Note that there's meetings. An event is just, I don't know what that is, something different. Let us know. Private lesson. Camp or clinic if you're coaching, not if you're attending, but of course wages. For regattas, events, camps, and clinics, please indicate which one. Believe it or not, we track by individual regatta or camp. So if it's Head of the Charles, we have money coming in for Head of the Charles and money going out specifically for Head of the Charles, and we want to make sure we cover our expenses appropriately. Choose one of the options below. You're either verifying the accuracy. We have no way for you to have a signature, so this is you saying, yeah, this is like my signature. Or if you're having difficulty, please contact me, meaning I have a question. So before you do these hours, talk to me. Anything else is just a catch-all. 100% submit. You can do it at the end of the week and you can keep going and going and going and submit them. Please don't fall too far behind because you'll either miss turning hours in or you'll just get yourself very confused, I think. Okay, so suppose that you're coming to it, you submitted last week and you're like, holy cow, I don't remember if I submitted for the 8th. Let's look at that. Okay, so here's the responses. So we notice this is what I just did on the 10th. Kevin, me, submitted within this payroll period for this date, this many hours, and I forgot to click Coached Practice. So if you clicked Coach Practice, it would come up here and say Coach Practice right in this box. These different colors are because there's different budgets. And then we break it down even further. So Dan has to come in and figure out what are all the submissions, say for Kevin, coached practices, or at least the yellow ones grouped together and the blue ones grouped together. That's probably all you'll really need to look at. There's please contact me, name or description if you fill it out. Most of the time you won't. We've tried to make it as easy as possible so that you go through and you just click. Unless there's something specific you need to tell us about a regatta, etc. You can go in here and edit. Say you put the first in twice. You forgot you put it in. You can take this line out. You can delete it. Please be careful because everybody else's payroll, not in terms of wages, but in terms of the time they're submitting is here, and it is possible for you to delete someone else's hours. So please just don't do this when you're really tired. Be really careful. You might be affecting others' hours. Um, if it were me, and this is entirely a suggestion, right before the hours go in, I would go and check them because it's my paycheck. And sometimes we have the time to look at each and every hour prior. Other times we look at it afterwards. So it's always looked at, but sometimes it's after you've received your check. I think that's it. If you have any questions, please let me know, and we'll see how this year goes. Thanks.